The strength of our nation has always been that despite the odds and the obstacles, we push to move forward, that we are guided by what we see that can be, unburdened by what has been.
Are you retarded? It's not a rhetorical question. Are you retarded?
No, I'm
What's up, everybody? Jazz Berganza here. Another episode of What's Next, your daily dose of common sense and facts. Vice President Kamala Harris speaks on Roe. Jibba jabba. But as we've seen over the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, she has been a total incompetent. Stick her on the border, she has no idea what she's talking about. Send her overseas, she has no idea what she's talking about. Bring her back, she has no idea what she's talking about. Now we come to the biggest court decision in 50 years, the overturning of Roe v. Wade. And of course, we all saw the screaming, the yelling, the gnashing of teeth, the, clutching pearls, panties bunching, people going, "Ree!" in regards to the overturning of Roe. Well, what does the vice president have to say about it? Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Vice President Harris, shocking SCOTUS took a constitutional right away from the woman. We'll talk about that in a bit. Vice President Kamala Harris said Monday on CNN's The Lead, no one's ever heard of, the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe, was shocking because it took away a constitutional right that has been recognized for half a century. Harris said, the court actually took a constitutional right that has been recognized for half a century and took it from the woman of America. That's shocking when you think about it in terms of what it means in terms of democratic principles, in terms of the ideals of which we're founded, about liberty, about freedom. I thought about it as, a parent. We have 2 children who are in their 20s, a son and a daughter. Make sure you get those qualifiers in. I thought about it as a godparent of teenagers. I thought about it as an aunt of preschool children and a woman myself. That right should be well settled, is that a woman should have to make decisions about her own body. And when we think about it, everyone has something at risk of all this. First of all, if you're a parent of sons, you think about it, what it means for the life of your sons and what it means for the terms of the choices he will have to make. Do you think about it as in the context of the fact that they wrote this decision, including concurring options that suggest that other rights, such as freedom to make decisions about where you're going to start a family, the right to make decisions about contraception, IUDs, and what this is doing to mean in terms of vitro infertilization. Word salad at its best. But let's hear from the qualified vice president herself.
It's one thing when you know something's going to happen. It's another thing when it actually happens. And I just actually turned to CNN, and I couldn't believe it.
Again,
I couldn't believe it.
The defensive cackle.
Because they actually did it. And here's what they did. The court actually took a constitutional right that has been recognized for half a century and took it from the women of America. That's shocking when you think about it, in terms of what that means, in terms of democratic principles, in terms of the ideals upon which we were founded, about liberty, about freedom. I thought about it as, a parent. We have 2 children who are in their 20s, a son and a daughter. I thought about it as a godparent of teenagers. I thought of it as an aunt of preschool children.
And a woman yourself.
And a woman myself.
I don't know what made me do a video about this. Like I said, I never did one about her. I've mentioned her several times, of course, as her well-known nickname, knee pads. But, again, word salad at its best. Honestly, I don't know how she got through college. I really don't know how she got through college. I really don't know how she got past the bar exam. It's absolutely stunning to me that someone supposedly so educated, has risen through the ranks as she has done through California politics and now as Madam Vice President. Funny how that when she ran for president, that she couldn't even get one vote in California. Even Californians didn't want her ass being president. Funny. But of course, as I mentioned in the beginning, it didn't matter where you stuck her. The border overseas, you brought her back home. It doesn't matter because every time she opened her mouth, it was words out. At least you know with Dementia Joe. At least with Dementia Joe, you got the nonsense. You got the dementia. That is what you got out of Joe. But with Kamala Harris, she has become a female version of Joe, the gaffe machine. It doesn't matter what the subject is. She will talk all the way around it. She will go from A all the way around to Z to get back to B instead of just making a straight line. But then again, common sense, asking too much. But once again, Kamala opens her mouth and talks nonsense, a constitutional right. No. Sorry, sweetie, it's not a constitutional right. Never was. Can't have a constitutional right. That never existed. We're not talking like, I don't know, the First Amendment or the Second Amendment. But then again, she's black, she's a woman, she's qualified. With that being said, I'm Jazz Barganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.